Yeah, we are live.
All right, folks, a very warm welcome, one and all. It is Thursday. It is just gone 8:30. It is your weekly dose of Mauls, balls and all. You're all very welcome. Joining me on stage, on screen, on stage, whatever you want to do. I'm just thinking about tomorrow night because we're on stage tomorrow night, live in Slattery's. But on screen at the moment, we have very familiar faces to you all. Matt Boland will be joining me tomorrow night in Slattery's. You can meet him and you can stroke his beard if you want or whatever. We shall see about that.
A charge for that.
There's a charge for that. We also have the Irishman in Glasgow, Mike Reedy. Mike Reedy, how are you?
And the finest, that's the finest.
He got his jumper in a charity shop, but we won't mention that. James Grennan is also here as well. Oh, hold on. Here he is. Look, the perennial late arriver. He always says he's not late. Dara Weston, how are you?
Fuck off. I'm normally early, okay? Normally sitting here. Plus the fact, you don't send out the invite until 10 minutes beforehand.
and
20 past 8. It's been the same way for...
How long do you need?
The invites have been sent at the same time for the last 4 years.
I know we've been complaining about how stupid it is.
What time do you want me to send them at? 6:30 in the morning?
No.
Jeez. God. Anyway, okay.
No, girls,
welcome one and all. Oh. I know. Okay, and we have the International Rugby Memes Club. Hello, all. How are you doing? Gregor, good evening, all. How are you, Gregor? How are you? Bev Ann, who recently passed an exam. Bev, sorry for not remembering, but well done. I commented on it. I can't remember which one you did. Niall Steins. No, that's Gregor. Sorry, Niall Steins. Hello, all. How are you, Niall? Welcome. Okay, folks, how are we all? Sorry, everything's a bit slow tonight for some reason.
It was just on my end, but you broke up a little bit there on me, Pete. Did anyone else?
Yeah, you broke up on me as well.
Sec, gents. Hold on. 1 sec, gents. Yeah, hold on. It's just freezing now. This bloody software that we pay good money for every year is just freezing again. Okay, right, we're back. Can everyone see? Everyone's unfrozen.
Yeah.
We all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
all
all
good. Can we all hear each other?
Yeah.
Right, let's do it.
Oh, it's me. Okay, sorry. I beg your pardon. I was not aware because you can't see it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I can't see it. Okay. James Grennan, to you first. The current topic, the current story that is doing the rounds today. You know exactly what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Bundy Gate, Bundyaki. He as has been well reported, he verbally abused the officials after the Leinster match. He was a bit pissed off
Allegedly
about
Allegedly
that happened on the pitch. He has subsequently been he got an initial 6-game ban, reduced down to 4 games. James, your initial reaction to that this whole mess of a scenario, James?
My reaction is disappointment, and it took the gloss off what was otherwise a fantastic event. Result aside, it was a fantastic event, and I'm a little bit disappointed that we're discussing that now rather than the opening and the wonderful night we had and all of that. I do know that Bundy rang up and apologised and was very contrite. Rang up the ref himself and spoke with him and apologised profusely. I've subsequently found out that one of the things that irked him was he got a high hit to his head that wasn't picked up by the ref or the TMO, and he was particularly irked by the barest touch of the ball on on your man's instep that led to the ball being carried over. Instead of being a goal line dropout, it was a penalty to Leinster, and that irked him considerably. Nonetheless, having all that said, abuse of officials is unacceptable, completely and utterly unacceptable. And for someone of Bundy's experience and his stature, and him every time at the sports ground, and Bevan, you'll be testament to this, that anytime the mascots are interviewed, 9 times out of 10, when Sloppy asks them, our stadium announcer, his nickname is Sloppy, when he's asked who's your favorite player, ask the kids who's your favorite player, 9 times out of 10 it's Bundy. Now it is changing a little bit. We're starting to hear a few other names getting thrown into the mix, but it's Bundy 9 times out of 10. And for him to do that is hugely disappointing. I met a mother of one of the guys that plays with my son, and she was there with her other younger son, who's captain of his under-13s team, and she was trying to. He had got a little bit irked by something a ref did in their game, where he tried to take a quick tap and go, and the ref got in the way, and he got very annoyed about it. And she was trying to explain, you can't give out to the refs. And then Bundy goes and does this, which kind of weakened her argument. And it's we're at grassroots level. The kids are seeing that, and we need to stamp out, and it cannot be accepted in the sport at any level.
And James, sorry, excuse me. Would you agree with the ban that Bundy got?
Or 100%. 100%. And I'm surprised that it got mitigated down to 4 from the 6, because like we've had a ref quit. Was it last year in 2024 because of the level of abuse that he was getting, and couldn't see fit to continue in the game. And we have someone of I say Bundy's experience and his stature doing this. To be honest, I thought the IRFU and Connacht Rugby, and there's yet to see if Connacht Rugby will have any sanctions against him, but I thought the IRFU would throw the book at him and make an example of him. And I'm shocked that he's still being talked about as potentially playing some part in the Six Nations.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, thanks, James. An honest Connacht Rugby supporter opinion there. Matt Boland, your thoughts on this? I mean, rugby referees get enough abuse. James alluded to it there about what gets said to them and what doesn't get said to them. But like, to get it from the players, apart from online trolls, like a lot of them, sorry, not a lot of them, all of them are just fucking idiots. If you remember, Wayne Barnes got death threats and all this sort of stuff. But to get it from a player, Matt, is really, really not palpable to the rugby supporters' taste at all. It just shouldn't happen, Matt.
No, look, it shouldn't, and especially, as James said, somebody of Bundy's stature and character, you know, he knows better. He knows without being a captain, you can't really speak to the referee in any way, shape, or form, whether or not you're screaming or shouting at him. That is definitely an absolute no-no. You know, look, we all know what Bundy he is like. He's a phenomenal competitor. He's a phenomenal sportsman, and he wears his heart in his sleeve. And yes, games like that can be incredibly frustrating, but it's up to the players to really control themselves. And even the captain needs to be telling his players, look, just calm down, calm down, calm down. If you have a gripe or you have something against the referee, come to me, I'll approach the referee. They know these channels, you know, it's not new to them. But as James said, like, we can't condone it in any way, shape, or form, whether it's on the pitch, whether it's off the pitch, or we know we can't control what's been said in the media. As you rightly pointed out, keyboard warriors, they're idiots, they're idiotic. They only do it because they're not face-to-face. But players need to have, and they need to get this back. And I think in the last while we've seen it on the pitch, where we've seen players starting to get mouthy with refs, you know, saying, oh, that was a knock on, or he's offside, or blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot of this back chat going on. And even that needs to stop. But direct targeting of referees, by any player, not just Bundy, by any player. You know, it needs to be stamped out. And I think they need to look at this now and say, you know, we want to be able to be selected for these big games. We want to be selected for our provinces and our countries and all this sort of stuff. We just need to do it the right way, you know. And we saw ages ago Mac Hansen in the media at a media event, and he spoke his mind, and he got in trouble for that. And you know, they just need to be just a little bit more careful, especially on the pitch. When it's anything to do with a referee, you can tell the opposition to go fuck themselves all they want and I'll bait the head off you. That's fine. But to any official whatsoever, it just needs to be zero tolerance as well. And bans come in, they should be at the higher end. You know, 6 weeks, I think he should have got the full 6 weeks, because it's something we can't put out there to the people watching, to the kids watching. You know, this is one thing you can't do. If you're going to abuse referees or officials, you're going to get banned, and that's it.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Matt. A well-made point. Mike Reedy, before I come to you, there's just a couple, loads of comments coming in here. Bev Anne Marie, lovely to see James back on here again. James, Bev, would you stop promoting him? He was on last Monday, for Christ's sake.
Twice in a week.
Twice a week. Mike Looms. Evening all. Hi, Mike. How are you? Great to have you with us. Our fellow admin, Bishop Len Scarood. Good evening, fellow miscreants. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah. Okay, Mike Looms. 4 matches. Jesus. Must have been bad. Can't be abusing officials. Do not condone it. As much as I like him whatsoever, 4 games must have been bad for what he apparently said. There's a bit more to it, Mike, but we're not going to go into it. Anthony Hubbock, who is a referee himself. He's at the Leinster branch. While I understand Aki's actions, if we want a fast-flowing game and a game that people want to enjoy, then fans have to accept that officials will miss stuff. You cannot be perfect. Anthony, very true. Very true.
Can I just respond to what Anthony has said there? I mean,
yeah, go on.
We do accept that officials are only human and they will miss stuff. But now we have bunkers, we have TMOs. So these are meant to be people who pick up on things that the officials miss. So, I mean, I can see why Bundy was frustrated, having received a bad knock himself and it not being picked up in any way, shape, or form. I'm not condoning his actions. I'm not condoning mouthing off to the referee, but we do accept referees are human. But World Rugby constantly go on about TMOs and bunkers reviews and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, that is the counter argument to referees are only human as well, and they can't be expected to see everything. You know, measures have been put in place for that.
Okay, thanks, Dara. Sorry, Mike, just one more quote from Bevan. It always seems to be when we play Leinster that this stuff happens. I don't know about that. Like last time, it was Mac Hansen, but I feel Bundy should have gone to Keane and asked him to speak to the ref instead of butting in and back chatting to the ref. Bev, you were at the game. James was at the game. You saw it. I didn't see it live now. On TV.
But Peter, it was the same. It was the same match last year where Mac Hansen in the post-match interview questioned the ref's decisions, and he got, I think, a 6 ban downgraded to 3 matches. So it is like just an unfortunate trend that it's twice in a row playing Leinster in January.
It's just G Leinster that you bring up everybody.
Up here, Mike.
Okay, here's Mike Reedy with his mustard jumper and a hidden dicky bow. Why he's wearing a dicky bow, I've no idea. Mike Reedy. Mike Reedy.
Does your wife think so?
I only spotted that now, Peter.
There you go. Mike Reedy, the Bundy Aki, as I've asked James and Matt and Dara has said, they've all made great points, very valid points. But Mike, Bundy Aki has history with this and with referees, but he kind of just stepped over the line against Leinster, and hence this ban. Referees got referees got a bad time as it is from, as I mentioned, online trolls, comments. As I said, Wayne Barnes with the death threats that he got. It's ridiculous. But to get it from a professional player is just not on the cards at all. It's just not acceptable, Mike.
Well, as long as I can remember, and all of you guys will remember the same, referees have been upheld like in higher regard amongst rugby players and rugby public in general, and it's never ever been acceptable to abuse or to even question a referee. You didn't even question a referee's decision ever, and now it's kind of become commonplace. Like the amount of nonsense that goes on during games and back chatting and whatever. Now, what Bundy did is fucking stupid, like, and it actually saddens me. It really saddens me. By the way, this is probably how he's going to be fucking remembered, lads. He's been a great servant to Irish and Connacht rugby, and this is how he's going to be remembered. And I'm really sad for that, because he's been a fantastic. And now, I'm not in favor. He deserves every penalty he gets for what he's done. However, I'm not in favour of the whole country throwing him under a fucking bus, lads. And Johnny Sexton done something prior to the World Cup.
Yeah, we'll come on to that. But
well, it's important.
The whole country isn't throwing. No, I know, Mike. I know. In fairness, I'm going to come on to that after this. No, I know.
Look at, by the way, is like, you know, he deserves to be punished to the highest. And I think it needs to be left at that now, because he's come over here from New Zealand, lads, and he's played for our country, and he's representing.
Someone's fucking DoorDash just arrived or something. What's going on with slamming the doors?
Sorry, I'm in the kitchen, and my wife just ran out the door to collect my daughter from training, and my son.
Jesus, now Mairead. In fairness, now Mairead.
She's a saint.
Yeah, she is a saint.
She is a saint.
In her defense, she thought James was going to make a few jokes, so she got out while she could.
100%.
Go on, Mike Reedy, please finish your point there. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go on.
No, I mean, I agree with everything the lads have said. It's Bundy should know better. He has to know better. Every player needs to know better, lads, and it has to be stipulated and like enforced. So, like, he has, unfortunately, history of it, but he does play with his heart in his sleeve. Like, he's a very passionate player, and I do feel for him in one way, you know, but it's not acceptable. The referees should be revered and held in high regard and treated properly, and that's how the game. How the game of rugby has always been, and that's how it needs to go back to being again, because it is losing its way with incidents like this.
You actually mentioned that before, Mike. That it's the game is becoming too soccerized or whatever.
It's just so there's just certain. There's another reason as well, because the actual the support level is much greater now. It's a much wider audience, and you're going to get people that haven't. I mean, we've been going to rugby for several decades, but there are people now that are new into the game, and they maybe have come from a soccer or whatever background, and they would have different morals, you know, as regard to how you should conduct yourself. I mean, I've been to games, and I remember going to games like, and you wouldn't even shout abuse at an opposition player, never mind one of your own. And it's common practice now to hear your own players being embarrassing. You know, I find it horrific, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Bishop Len. Can Bundy not get a couple of weeks knocked by going to not giving back chat school?
I'll do the jokes around here, Len, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I laugh at that, but Joe Lyons, we are getting hammered. Oh, for Christ's sake. Sorry, hold on. Jesus Christ, some popped up. Lyons, we're getting hammered. Oh, God, that's spinning white wheel again. Sorry if I froze there. We are getting hammered by the officials as it is. This is the last thing we needed. I get players are frustrated, but the IRFU needs to pull its finger out and ask and seek clarity as to why and how we can build a better relationship with officials. But it is clear something is seriously amiss with Ireland. Oh,
That's a very
good point, Joe. Mike Looms giving a little grief to a ref is normal when you're pumped up in the middle of a physical game, but he must have said something. Mike, there's more to it, which we're not going to go into it. Okay. I watched the match back, and Keane was just standing there looking at it all when Bundy was going on at the ref. As a captain, he should have confronted Bundy and told him to stop, and that he will speak to the ref in a calmer and friendlier manner. James Grennan, would you agree with what just Bev said there?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of praise for Keane in recently in how he interacts with the referees and his approach. The refs tend to take criticism or take questions from him a lot better because he's very calm in his approach and he knows when to go in and when not to go in. Now, Bevan, I think you're probably right in this case, but Bundy's 35, Keane's what, 27 is he? 25, 27, something like that. He's a young man. He's captain, but he's seen an Ireland international on the field. He probably should have jumped into it, but I can understand maybe why he was reluctant to do so. But then
James, but then you see this is the inherent issue, right? If Keane cannot criticise a seasoned player like Bundy, if Keane is the captain and he cannot say and approach Bundy and say, "Listen, pal,
shut the fuck up.
You're fucking offside there. So stop."
Yeah, he should have. Yeah.
You know, he should have done that, and that is the role of a captain.
I think he'll as he gets older and matures more, he'll be a lot better at that.
He's probably going to learn an awful lot from that incident alone.
He will. He'll learn a lot.
He probably will.
Comments are not unique in this. We've seen where the captain is not necessarily the leader in the dressing room. There's another player who's the leader of the dressing room, be it the oldest player on the team, be it the biggest player on the team, but they're not the captain. You know, so it's.
Matt, have you anything to say about this whole what we just we're talking about there about the captaincy?
Are you going to get around to asking me eventually before you ask everybody a second time?
No, because you see what you do. Hold on a second. What you do, Darragh, you are the chimer. You chime in mid fucking conversation.
One comment.
No, you didn't. That was your second one. I'll call. Hold on. Well, go on, Darragh. Jesus Christ, go on. Fucking hell, you give me a fucking hernia. Listen to you. Go on.
No, but just Jesus Christ. Okay, listen. First of all, you were giving out yards about Dixon last week, so don't come the holier than thou about referees must be respected and blah blah blah. Last week you were like, he was pulling his fucking jersey. He was pulling his jersey, pulling him away from the ruck, like, and then they scored.
I asked a simple question about Dixon, about the jersey.
You can't have it
because it was in the news. Go on.
Referees are fallible. Players are fallible as well.
So I would
severely disagree with Mike that Bundy is going to be forever remembered for this incident. He won't. Bundy will be remembered for all the fantastic play he has done for Ireland.
I don't know about that.
I have so many smart responses to say about that, but anyway, I won't. He's been a great servant to Irish rugby. He's been a great servant to Connacht rugby. You know, rush of blood to the head. As James said, you know, he felt that, you know, a foul against him wasn't picked up and just unfortunately couldn't contain it and blurted out something to the ref. You know, look, rugby is the last sport really in which this respect for the referee still exists. You know, and the saying, you know, we have a lot of these traditions which are slowly being eroded, like respecting the kicker. I mean, you go to France or anywhere like that. I remember seeing O'Gara once saying that the silence in Thomond Park used to unnerve a lot of the foreign kickers because they were used to the booing and the jeering and all that kind of stuff when they were kicking, that they'd block it out. And then when they came to somewhere where there was complete silence, it freaked them out because they didn't have background noise to block out. Now, look, it's, I'm not saying we shouldn't respect referees, but what I am saying is that as rugby has become professional, so have referees become professional. It's not a case of somebody's dad, somebody's brother, the local greengrocer who comes out and refs the match for free. And, we all, so in those days, there was a respect because everybody was an amateur, and there was that kind of, where you just didn't question anybody. Could have been the local parish priest who was reffing you for all you knew.
Invariably it was.
No, Jesus Christ, no. Just stop.
But or usually it was one of your school, whichever your school teachers happened to be so on that particular day, they ran out and reffed. So look, I mean, it's yes, it does hurt me to see the keyboard warriors, do that. There should be an ability for players to question a ref. However, that questioning of the ref is through the captain. The captain is the only player who can speak to the referee and draws attention to incidents and were they not picked up, etc.
Yeah.
So Bundy should have said it to Cian, who then passed it on.
Okay. Thank you, Dara. Anthony Hubbock. Chris Busby was the referee.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Anthony.
Down
I was trying to remember.
To Mac Hansen's outbursts. El Presidente, our old pal Ger Brennan. There is no excuse for abusing officials. The laws around respect of officials didn't just come in this season. They're there since Webb Ellis picked up the ball and ran. And I said, well, Mike Reedy would remember that. He was probably there. And it's not poor conduct. Every club should be treated the same. He let his club, province and country down. Should refs be accountable? Yes, they should. Should there be a mechanism for clubs to give feedback on refs? Yes. Positive feedback improves everybody. Irish rugby as a whole are getting tagged as whingers. We're much better.
Much better. Just to let everyone know, Mike Reedy was
yes. No, I think
coach.
Okay.
He was. Okay. Alan Dorman. Hello, Alan, a regular. Good evening, everyone. Great to be back tuning in. Anthony completely agrees with Ger Brennan. Niall Steins, who probably in the minority here, but I think rugby is already far too precious. It is easy for a ref to tell a player to get fucked. You don't need to put the asterisk. Oh, that's probably YouTube doing that. As it is for a player to lose the rag. There is no such thing as too much passion in rugby. Yeah. Okay. Now, before we move on, Luke Conway. Hi, Luke. Sonia Croak. Hi, Sonia. Love Bundy. However, he doesn't learn from his mistakes. Not his first time. Yes. Agree, Sonia. Yes.
No, that's very hard.
Referees.
That's very hard.
Somehow
he's played 70 times for Ireland.
Jesus Christ! I'm trying to read out a comment, Darren. Now, come on. Do you know what you have? You've
Correct.
You've got CDS, Claire Devaney syndrome, for interrupting.
No, but you're agreeing with the comment, saying, yeah, he doesn't learn from his mistakes. He's made.
Yes, he does. Okay, well, would you let me read the comment and then you can reply? Okay, brilliant. Somehow this fiasco now is being blamed on Leinster. Don't know about that. Bit disrespectful to his. Oh, Jesus Christ, Mike.
Walking head.
Bit disrespectful.
Blame everything on Leinster.
I'm blaming your jumper that your missus got you in a second.
And the bow tie.
Leinster jumper, did you not know?
And the bow tie. But anyway, sorry to finish Sonia's message there, but disrespect to his captain Keane, in my opinion, maybe a silver lining for Irish rugby blooding new players. Yes, and our colleague Danny Brosnan put a post up about that. Mm-hmm. Is there more, Mike? I'm not. Oh, look who's here. Peter Martin. Good evening, gents. How are you, Pete? You should be on here. I don't know why you're not, but anyway, we shall chat to you soon. Hold on, Pete. Burke, you've contrary backside syndrome, or whatever that means. I don't know. Thanks, Pete. Brilliant. Now, one thing I want to read out, and it was touched on there in that previous conversation, right? Now, hold on, here we go. Go on. Berta Jackman, gents. This is talking back Mike, Matt, James, and Dara. This is the chat back from players to referees, right? And I'd like your opinion on this. Dara, I'll come to you first on this. I'll quote Berta Jackman. I think what will really be worrying for Farrell is that it wasn't just the Interpros where you had Irish referees who you could say have just had enough of this. You saw it in Europe as well with non-Irish referees. It seems within the refereeing fraternity that there's been a reaction to what's been constant. When you're commenting on games, you have a clear audio of the ref mic than the TV viewer might have. And it's incredible the amount of chat from Irish players across the board, not just the captain. This is increasing, Dara. And it should be, I don't know, it shouldn't be stamped out, but it certainly should be reduced. The chat back to referees. This is ongoing, Tara.
Okay, I'll unmute myself now. So I mean, you've been in similar circumstances to Mr. Jackman, where you would have all the feeds at your availability. So would you agree with that you can hear everything the ref is saying more than the ref mic, obviously, and you can pick up what the players are saying to the ref?
Yes.
I think there's a bit of, look, paper won't refuse ink. And, it's a great time like this to kind of say, oh, yeah, we get painted as an underdog, or we get painted as bold because of this. I think every country has this issue where, players who aren't captain get back to referees. Scotland, Wales, Italy, France.
No, don't agree. No.
Do you know?
I don't agree. Go on.
Okay. I don't think. I think it's just kind of like, oh yeah, this is why everybody doesn't like us. Blah blah blah. I don't think we have more of a share of disagreement with referees. When he says about Europe, I assume he's talking about Johnny Sexton, which would be the last time an Irish team came foul of a referee in Europe. But that's possibly because per capita, we only have normally 2 teams in Europe. 3 teams, maybe 2 in the Challenge Cup and 2 in the Championship, whichever. 2 in the High No and 2 in the Challenge. England have 8 teams. France have 8 teams. All that. So maybe it just looks like, and we tend to go further than the rest of them. It tends to be us and the French near the end. So, but aside from that, I can't think of the last time an Irish player, a Munster player or a Leinster player was sin-binned in Europe or sent off for back chat to the ref. The last one I can think of is Johnny
Sexton, 2023, after to.
So I think Jackman is. I don't know. I think, and that's the thing, he wasn't playing either. He came on afterwards. He was used to the ref. But I think Bernard's kind of stirring the pot here a bit and just kind of trying to.
Well, of course he is. It's what I do. It's what I do here as well.
Yeah.
Go on, Dar. Yeah.
Well, that's why we're 40 minutes in and we're still talking about referees.
Okay, Matt Boland, your thoughts on what Bernard Jackman said? That quote I just read out. Are Irish players guilty of giving too much back chat to referees, or what do you think? Is that just a lot of bollocks from Jackman?
Well, look, there's probably a bit of truth in it, but I don't like. I agree with Dara. It's not just Irish players. You're getting it everywhere. It's all the players. It's coming in across the game, in all shapes and forms of it, and we've seen it, and we've seen referees talking back to players even in Europe saying, "Don't stop talking to me," and warning captains going, "There's too much talking going on. We know the rules. Next one's going to be a penalty." And we need to stamp it out of the game. Peter Martin has a great point there. I don't know if you want to just pop it up there for a second.
Yeah. A sec now, yeah. If I can find it. Go on, Matt.
Yeah, so like Peter Martin has said, like in his opinion, Irish players pride themselves on knowing the laws of the game possibly better than the opponents, which is probably a very valid point. But it's also, as he said, it's manifesting in the back chat and opinions to the ref, which he's probably right, because the Irish players now are really super aware and super up to date on the laws and rules of the game. And when they see it going not their way, or they're seeing things not being penalised, it can be frustrating. But again, it's up to the players to use the right channels to get into the captain's head, whether it's Doris or whoever it might be, captain. And that's when they need to start in their little huddles or their timeouts or wherever, getting ready for plays. They need to start speaking. You need to start getting the message across. You know, we feel we're being hard done by here at the breakdown, or we feel that they're constantly drifting offside or whatever. They know the channels. So I think it's great that they do know the laws so well, and that they are seeing things, because it makes them super aware, but they just need to channel it in the right place. Simple as.
A great point, Matt. Mike Reedy, without keeping us here till Sunday, what's your point on your opinion on this?
I agree with Dara. I think Jackman didn't need to fucking raise this issue at all. I don't think Irish players are any worse or any better than any other players from anywhere else.
I don't know, Mike. I don't.
Well,
sorry. Go on.
I have no evidence to support one way or the other, but you see it when you watch games. All players from all teams now seem to think it's a fucking free rein, just say what they want. And I agree, you know, what Joe Lyons said earlier. It needs to be fucking stipulated at the beginning of a season that no chat from any other player outside of the captain will be allowed, and you will be penalised if and when you. I mean, they're going to have. That's the only way they'll stamp it out. Just completely fucking say it's not happening. I will not speak to any other player on the team other than the captain. If you speak to me, I'll give a penalty against you.
What do you think? A 20-minute red card, Mike?
Well,
it depends on the severity. I would say what I'd like to see happen in the Six Nations is that the referees make it very clear before at the coin toss to say, right, lads, it's been very prevalent in games, not just here, in everywhere. If I hear one person that's not the captain talking, it's going to be a penalty straight away. Second offence, yellow card.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You have the proper sanctions for infringements or for whatever, and it'll clear it up the same as it does every law of the game. If it's enforced properly, has the necessary effect. And
I think the referees need to take onus of it now. I think they need to just stop with the warnings to say, look, there's chatting going on. Just start banging penalties out, because they'll fucking learn quick enough. You know, and if they do it the second time and get a yellow card, then they're going, shit, right, okay, we really need to show
out the wrong message.
And we see that happening, Matt, and again, even Irish teams benefiting from it, where the referees overturn decisions or they send the opposition back 10. We've seen that quite a lot in the last couple of months. So, I mean, that defeats Jackman's argument as well, you know.
Okay. James Grennan, your thoughts on this? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or what do you think?
Well, I can hear. I don't think Jackman needs to do that. He's just. I can imagine if this is in the World Cup year. Can you imagine Donny Osmond? I mean, Razzie Erasmus. The Irish players are always spectating to the referee. It's always the same with the Irish players. You can imagine.
I'm never going to look at him the same now.
You can imagine just how much fuel that would give to Razzie, and how much he'd get in the officials' head, saying that the Irish players they're always chatting and always black chatting to the referee. You can imagine it could. So yeah, I don't think Bernard did look. It's selling column inches, but that's about it. I think.
James, do us a favour, will you? Will you stop with the jokes and do more accents? Because you're fucking way better at accents than you are at jokes.
Okay, gentlemen.
Just when James was talking about South Africans, did anybody see Bobby Skinstad was on Champagne Rugby?
Yeah, we saw.
How the Irish hate South Africa now, and it's like, Jesus, we don't hate the team. We hate a lot of your supporters who are gobshites. But like, we don't hate
It's not the team, it's your bloody supporters, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on, Alan Dorman. Does this issue need to be controlled on the training pitch by the club's backroom?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
Niall Steins.
Yeah.
The numbers don't work out. If Aki gets a 4-week ban for giving a ref a bit of lip, and Jan Wessels, yes, sorry, excuse me, gets a 9-week ban for grabbing JM's family jewels. Allegedly. That suggests, good man, Matt. That suggests that a crotch grab is only 3 times worse than a bit of swearing. Okay. Joe Lyons, Frog Morrison back teams will soon. Yep. But refs do need to engage with captains and not dismiss them. That's a good point, Joe. Yes, they do need to engage with the captains. Peter Martin, fuck's sake, Grennan, doing Saffron impressions. Somewhere in South Africa is someone doing a Mayo accent. Very good, Peter Martin. Very good. Okay.
I'm afraid if they do a Mayo accent, they never win anything again.
There you go. Oh,
don't mention that code. We had trouble on Monday night over mentioning that code.
I'm not mentioning any code. I'm just mentioning you win fuck all and anything.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Okay, James Grennan, to you. The recent news that I would really love for someone to really give a solid answer on this question, right? James, Hugo Keenan has been returned because he injured his hand in training. Who is Andy going to play at 15?
Do you want the lotto numbers as well?
Yeah,
No,
that's a dinger of a fucking question. Who have we got? Who's in the mix?
Well, there you go. That's why I'm asking. I'm going to ask all of you. Who is he going to play at 15?
Palacoon?
What?
Is Jamie Osborne available and in the squad?
I don't think he's available.
Who?
Osborne,
Sorry, I missed that. Osborne.
Jamie Osborne.
I think Osborne is he injured?
Injured as well, is he?
I don't think he's in the squad.
Everyone else is at the moment.
Well, unfortunately, Sam Gilbert isn't Irish qualified yet, so he's out.
Joe, Jamie Osborne.
Peter Martin says Frawley. Just there.
Yeah, not a bad shout. Is he injured though? He's not injured. No, he should be okay. Yeah.
All right.
But Frawley's focus is at 10 for next season anyway. We all know that. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know. But seriously though,
a shout out at 15 for this Six Nations maybe.
But I mean, hold on. We're playing France this day week. You know, we don't have. Okay, who the fuck are we going to put at 15?
Well,
as Peter Martin said, Frawley can, as we know, play fullback.
If Jamie Osborne fit, Jamie Osborne.
If he is fit, but then you're struggling. Yeah, but then do you go a 5-3 or 6-2 bench?
How about Jack Crowley?
With that scenario?
Yeah, Jack Crowley.
He's an
How
option.
about Jack Crowley? And it takes away the
10 argument.
Yeah, and it also he's a brilliant defender. He's got pace. He's a good kicker of the ball.
So hold on. So, Mike, would you start Crowley at 15 or have him on the bench? Or
No,
you start Crowley.
A better option, and have we? He's good under a high ball. He kicks the ball well out of hand. He's a good tackler. He's a good defender. Why not?
How many games has he
No
played?
arguments.
He's played at full back for Munster.
How many games?
I don't know, but how many has any of them played? How many?
You see, we're looking. We don't want to get into a situation where we're going to have the Marcus Smith fucking scenario, where he's not an out and out 15, but yet he's providing cover and he's not the best at 15. Which if you're not and you're not used to that, it's a very specialized position.
Of course it is.
For game management and for attacking and for defensive purposes. So, I understand Jack Crowley has played, but I don't think he'd be a good option. He might be a good cover option, yeah. But I don't think against the likes of France, we're going to need somebody solid, honestly.
Yes, true. No, I agree. Dara Weston, your thoughts on this? Who are we starting at 15?
I mean, we would have started Mac Hansen had his foot not been infected again.
He's gone.
So, I mean,
Keenan's gone.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Keenan would have been number one. I mean, Frawley's named in the backs. I mean, if James Lowe has played 15 a couple of times for Leinster when Keenan's been out.
No.
Now, if we brought JJ Kenny in and had him on the wing and had Lowe cover,
he should have been in there at the first place. JJ should have been in the first place, for Christ's sake. He's playing better rugby than James
central contract player, so he was going to.
I know, but
get first notes.
There's a lot of the left wing.
I mean, I would say Frawley or Osborne probably.
Well, Osborne is not there, is he?
He is. He's in the squad.
He plays then. If Osborne is in the squad, he's playing fullback.
Yeah. So if you're coming to me, I'd go. First choice would be Jamie Osborne for me.
Oh, without a doubt, if he's
Second
there.
choice, Frawley, Kieran Frawley, and then you have options, right? Because you've got other cover in Jack Crowley. We know Jacob Stockdale can play 15 as well. He has probably more experience in 15 than Jack Crowley, so we have options. But for me, the two outstanding players for 15 at the moment would be Kieran Frawley and Jamie Osborne.
Stockdale's getting back to his best again, so he's playing some good rugby at the minute. So yeah,
he is
a good show.
Yeah.
Has Osborne played since he got injured in the Japan match at the start of the autumn internationals?
I don't know, Dara. I don't know.
He got a Lions game.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. All right. Anyway, gentlemen, moving on. Excuse me. Moving on. James Grennan, I want to ask you, start with you. Our game against France, I've said this is going to be our defining game in this year's Six Nations. And the reason I say that is we have two of our toughest games away. We have France and we have England. If we lose to France, I think we will end up finishing probably in the bottom half of the Six Nations, right? And that hasn't happened for, I think, 13 years was the last time that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that, James? If we don't beat France, this is going to be, I'm not going to say catastrophic, but it's certainly going to be detrimental to our chances.
Yeah, if we can't start Sam at 10 against France, I don't think we can do that, because if we do, I think we'll lose. And then it's your prediction is probably, and you're famously good at predictions, is probably going to be correct though. Yeah, it's a tough draw for us this time around. Two of the toughest teams away. But then again, if we win against France, then we're odds on favourite to win the whole bloody thing.
But then you see that the problem with that, James, is that we are injury lacking. We're injury prone. Our depth at the front row is
stretched.
Well, then
we are
lacking
stretched,
injury. We fucking
we've
loads.
Our only silver lining is
we're injury strong.
We have an opportunity here to throw off the shackles and blood a whole rake of new players and get ready for the World Cup cycle, rather than trying to win the Six Nations. Because if we're so badly decimated with injury that we're not going to be that we don't win against France, and then we're saying, right, okay, the Six Nations, let's find out who we've got, who's coming through the ranks, and it could be a golden opportunity, and it could lead to our first World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mike Reedy, your thoughts on this?
You had to just say that last part, didn't you, James? You couldn't just
hold on. Look at that. Mike Reedy, your thoughts on what I've just asked James there?
I do think I do think it's going to be a massive struggle for us against France, being honest, because we
I
are.
do love your black dicky bow, by the way. I have to say.
Well, I thought
It's actually green if you look at it properly.
Oh, go on.
But,
Sorry, Mike. Go on.
I'm genuinely concerned going into this French game, and I've never been. I can't see anything positive at all coming out of that for us. I really can't, and it horrifies me to think that way. But I think if we lose to France, it's an uphill battle for. I mean, if we go out and beat France like we did 2 years ago, after the World Cup, when everybody thought we were going to get fucked, and I tell you what, we went out and pummeled them in somewhere else down in Marseille. And like it was a shock. It was an absolute shock to the system for France. No, and we ended up winning the Six Nations. We didn't win the Grand Slam because we fucked up against England at Twickenham. But lads, we have an opportunity. We can go out there, and who knows what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a struggle for us. And then we have Scotland in the last game at home, and that's not going to be easy either.
All right. Actually, will you be cheering for Glasgow or Ireland in that game?
Would you go and take a picture yourself?
I'm going to put magnets in that fucking fence, James, so you can't sit in it any longer.
Yeah. Sorry, Dara.
I've never been on a fucking fence in my life, Weston. You're the one that's on the fence now. You are.
Dara, before I ask you, just a few comments coming in here.
Me?
No, I'm going back to you. We just relax, Matt. Jesus Christ.
Save the best for last.
Frawley or Crowley both give us an extra playmaking option. Okay, thanks, Bishop Len. Ger Brennan, 15. Have we sorted 1, 2, and 3? Well, I think we have 2. I think we have number 2 sorted, Ger. But
Peter, this one is a mystery to Peter. You know.
You're right. Ger Brennan, yeah, Billy Bowen, Dan Sheehan, and Jeremy Lockman.
Good shows.
Bev, I'm not massively fond of. Well, Dan Sheehan, yes, but against France. Bishop Len again. Lowe's defense is suspect. Yes, it is. Enough on the wing. Never mind at full back. Yes, okay. Ger Brennan is the past president of a Thai RFC. Here's Ger: England, France, Ireland, or Scotland, Wales, or Italy. You might have Ger. I tell you what, you might have I'd swap France with England there, and I think Ireland will finish third. I think Wales might finish last.
Ger will always be president of the Thai RFC for me. You can say past. As far as we're concerned, he's president forever.
He is president forever.
He's like Trump. Yeah.
Oh, shot.
Don't mention that. Peter Martin, I think the pressure is off us versus France big time. Farrell would see this as an opportunity to have a go. I think Galtier will be under pressure after those high-profile squad omissions. Yeah, good point, Pete. Yeah. Niall Steins. The difference between RC and the Rugby World Cup and Six Nations, Box lost 2 of their first 3 games and still managed to win the tournament, whereas we can lose 1 match in the Six Nations and finish third. Very true, Niall. Yes, very true. Sorry, just a load of comments coming in here. Alan Dorman, I think we're going to struggle in both Paris and London. All right. Anyway, look, we'll move on. That was my thing. Okay, so we have what was I going to say to you now? The games coming up this weekend.
Matt, I guess the comments spoke for the two of us then.
Yeah, well, we didn't get our fucking comments in at all there.
Go on, Matt. Tell me. Sorry, I forgot. Go on, Matt and Dara. Matt, you go first.
You're losing it, by the way.
Fuck's sake.
I've lost it a long time ago. Go on, Matt. Matt,
right.
I've lost it a long time ago.
I think Pete's made a really good point, saying that like the pressure is off us. Yeah, well, look, I was going to be something similar, but like the pressure is off us, which is better because we nearly play better when we're the underdogs or we're not expected to win games. And I think with the pressure being off on us, it puts the pressure solely on France and Galtier. Now, look, they don't always start a Six Nations very well. They struggle sometimes in their first game, and this could be a perfect opportunity if Ireland click and get it right and play as if they have no pressure. We could do it. But in saying that, we could get fucking slaughtered as well if it doesn't go right. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where roll of a dice. It's a 50-50 for me, and it could go either way. And I know historically we don't start Six Nations well either, but France don't either. And I think it is a pivotal game, and it's funny that like such a big game in the Six Nations is happening at the very first game. But I think you're right. If we lose, we're looking at third at best.
But Matt, France have their injuries as well.
They do, yeah, absolutely, and that's why the pressure is going to be on them, because everybody is saying France are going to win, and France are going to win it outright, or it's between France and England, right? I would nearly favour France over England at the moment, but it's our shot in the dark here. Do you know what I mean? And there is no pressure on us, and that's when we tend to be better.
All right, okay, Dara, your thoughts. One sec, Mike. I'll come back to you. Mike, hold that thought, Mike. Hold that thought. Go on there.
Yeah, no, Peter basically robbed what I was going to say as well. There's no pressure on us. Everybody expects us to be hockeyed by France. But you know what? In all the history of the Six Nations and Five Nations, France have never won a Thursday night game.
Has there ever been a Thursday night game?
No, so they've never fucking had the opportunity to win one, have they? No, but the thing is, look, I disagree with you about we're going to finish in the bottom half of the Six Nations. I don't think anybody's going to win the Grand Slam this year.
No.
I don't think France have the depth to win the Grand Slam, and I think England will probably get hockeyed by France. They'll slip up at least one match. I think for third place, it'll basically be coming down to the final weekend between us and Scotland at home. So I think that'll be a great match. And we could even get second depending on how France do. You never know. But so I think there's too much kind of build up around the France game. As Matt said, they don't always come out of the blocks well. Thursday night game, it's a new thing. You never know. I mean, there's no strike plan for Friday, so people probably have to work on Friday. So they mightn't get a full house. Who knows?
What time is the game at on Friday?
8:00 or something.
It's on Thursday.
Thursday. So are we going to watch it here live together and comment on it as the game is going on? Are we?
No.
Yeah, the usual shite, but no, we're not doing a live thing. We do it in the chat group. The usual shite that we do. Here's Joe Lyons. Before we go on to our last point, it's comical how England are seen as favourites. They play Scotland in Murrayfield, France in Paris, and we take them on in Twickers, where we've a great record. England could be looking at fourth last year. They rolled their luck. I don't know, Joe.
No,
I don't know.
Joe, I wouldn't say we have a great record in Twickenham. Keith Wood was never on a winning side in Twickenham.
I have had
in the O'Driscoll era and the best era, we had a couple of wins, but I wouldn't say overall we have a great record in
I think
Twickenham.
we've only lost once during the last decade.
In the last decade, yeah, but if you're to go back 30, 40 years, we've probably only won a dozen times. Yeah,
boys. Sorry, Mike. You were saying we've only lost in Twickenham once in the last decade.
Last decade, and that was 2 years ago when we blew it for the Grand Slam. When Jamie East.
Okay.
When Jamie East.
Okay.
So when we say last decade, that's 1 in 5 games because we only play there every 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I take that every day of the week.
All right. Okay. So for before we move on to our last point, just to remind folks watching, myself, Dara, and Matt will be in Slattery's pub tomorrow night for our live show with our guest Shane Byrne
and Claire Devaney.
And Claire Devaney, but just on screen. Claire's not on screen. And Claire Devaney will be joining us as well. So if you can do join us, it'll be a bit of fun, a few pints, all that sort of stuff, right? Bit of crack. Now,
it's only a tenner, or I think it's 11 quid, including the processing fee from Eventbrite. You get a free pint. Shane Byrne's going to be there. And what's the charity the money is going to? It's going to, I think, Rugby
Rugby
Players,
Players Ireland.
Yeah. So it's the retired
And we have-
the Rugby
and
Players
we're
Union charity.
And we're sound to do it on a Friday night, not like a Thursday night like the French.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
And
That's
the free pint. As
Free
well.
option.
Ticket includes a free pint.
All right. Okay. Let me see. Mike Sheedy. Round Six Nations, Ireland win Friday night. Ireland A win. The Ireland A. I fancy that. Good point, Mike.
Yeah.
What's
I'm going to that.
Are you going? Oh, good man, James.
Yeah, I'm going down to that, Jim.
Good. Joe Lyons, what's 30 years ago? Last 10 years, one loss by a point in the 80th minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Bevan Marie.
That we
Ooh, Bevan.
I think it'd be
Bevan,
France, England, Italy, Ireland, Bev. Now, come on.
Bevan,
Jeez.
What are you drinking,
I think
Bev?
you're looking.
Yeah, I know.
That girl is looking for an Italian passport there right now.
Yeah, I know. I think so. Yeah. Sonia Croak, enjoy tomorrow night, guys. Great show tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you,
very
Sonia.
very kind of you to say so. Now,
And actually,
gentlemen.
Peter, did you mention the raffle tomorrow as well?
Oh, yeah, we have a
Where
raffle
there's
there.
a prize of tickets for the Ireland-Italy game. 2 tickets
Yes,
for the Ireland-Italy game.
And the winner
just
on a
said it there.
salmon coloured ticket.
There you go. That's it. You just said it. There is a raffle tomorrow night. We have a framed work of art donated by Bishop Len, Scarew Two-Tone. I have it downstairs in the room. We also have tickets for Six Nations tickets for the Italy game. So come along, bit of crack, a free pint, and sure, look, you'll see all
And
of
we
us
might-
there. you might get a photograph, whether you want one or not. You might get one.
We
Yeah.
might see if we can put a link in the group for the raffle tickets, maybe to buy them online, because it'd be a $5 raffle ticket, and again, the money's going to charity. It's going to the
There you go.
players.
That's it. Okay. Good point, Jerry. Yes, good point. Matt Boland, to you. We'll finish on this as we always do. Our upcoming games. First up, we have Glasgow at home to Munster. Matt.
Munster.
All right. Zebra are playing, are entertaining Connacht.
Connacht.
All right. Leinster, I'll be at it. Leinster are entertaining Edinburgh.
Leinster.
All right. And Ulster are entertaining Cardiff.
Ulster.
clean sweep.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Okay, Mike Reedy, to you. Glasgow against Glasgow are entertaining Munster.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Prior to seeing the actual Glasgow team, I thought Munster were going to go over there and get absolutely fucking destroyed. But I think they have a chance. I'm going to go with Munster by a very small margin.
Okay. Zebra entertaining Connacht.
I think Connacht again.
Okay. Leinster are entertaining Edinburgh.
Leinster.
Okay. And Ulster are entertaining Cardiff, Mike.
Ulster again. I'm going to go for a clean sweep as well for the Irish lads.
Man, Mike.
Okay. Okay, good man. James Grennan, to you. Glasgow are entertaining Munster.
I gave my predictions on the Monday night show, and I went for the clean sweep as well for the Ireland teams.
For fuck's sake, I mean, you know,
Sorry, Pete.
The Monday night show is one thing. You know, this is the Thursday show. This is the flagship show. You know what I mean?
You not tune in on Monday night, Pete? No. Fucking cheeky.
You know I was. You know I was. Okay, so you're going a clean sweep, James, for the Irish.
For the Irish teams, yeah.
All right. Okay, Dara Weston.
Yes.
Look at him. He looks like your man of that movie. What's it?
No, I'm showing you.
$1
My wife got me a signed 2018 jersey for my birthday.
Well done.
The only problem is
It's tiny.
it's size 12 years old.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For your mental age.
Amy Weston, what the hell are you doing? Amy, my God almighty.
It's a smaller frame to put it in, at least, anyway. So
That's just terrible. All right, Dara, Glasgow entertaining Munster.
yeah, it'll be tough for Munster, but obviously, Munster will do it. But I'd say be very close.
I don't think they
I
will.
fucking have to. I want Glasgow to win, but I have to say Munster.
No, well, I'm going to counteract your contractual obligation with your misses, and I'm going to say Glasgow will beat Munster well.
You're a bollocks.
Right,
I'm not going to
Dara.
take the house off me, do me for everything I have.
All right, there you go.
Interested to hear what Pauline Boland has to say about that.
Pauline will see us tomorrow night. Pauline, looking forward to it. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Are you looking forward to the slap you're going to get for saying Munster are going to be hockey? Pauline won't be happy with that.
Look, you know me well enough to say, sorry.
Behind her, someone won't help you.
Yeah,
I don't give a
Matthew, you might have to separate your mum from slapping him about.
Mike Reedy, I seriously, you're
egging Pauline on, going, go on, Pauline, give him a good nose or slap.
We'll hold the bollocks down. She can.
Mike Reedy, I tell you what, that bow tie just is entertaining me all night. I just love it.
It is the best collar ever that makes it look.
It's the best collar ever. I just love it. Dara, okay, Zebra are playing entertaining Connacht.
Yeah, I don't think Zebra will be doing much entertaining now. I'd say Connacht.
All right. Leinster, Dara, I don't know if you're going to it, or Matt, if you're going to it. I'll certainly be at it. Leinster entertaining Edinburgh.
I am, and I'm paying to go. Yes, yeah, Leinster will win.
Jeez, you had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Yeah. Another week, Dick.
You know, I'm a season ticket holder. You know, pay for all my matches.
Shut up. Okay, so Leinster. All right. Okay. And finally, Ulster entertaining Cardiff, Dara.
Yeah, no, I think Richie and the lads, hopefully they continue the upward trajectory because it's good for Irish rugby. So, yeah, no, I think Ulster.
All right. Okay. There's some just, I have no idea who that is. Thanks, guys. Okay.
No. Len put a great one in. 11.50 for a live show in Sackeries, which includes a free point, and you get to touch Shane Byrne's hair. Feckin' bargain. Now, there's no guarantee you're allowed to touch Shane's hair, Len.
I spoke with Shane. I spoke with Shane earlier on, as you all know, and he's fine with all that.
But for a baldy fecker like Len would be trying to pull out the hair, hoping to reseal his own hair.
To replant his chest.
We'll try and get a lock of Shane Byrne's hair for baldy scare out.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Len won like that.
I don't think Len is going tomorrow night. I don't think so. No, he can't. Okay. All right, folks. That is all we have time for. We are nearly an hour and 7 minutes over time. Our collective thanks to all of you for watching and for commenting and for sending in your questions. But that is all we have time for.
Even bigger thanks to those of you who've gone to the trouble of buying a ticket for tomorrow night or who plan to turn up and pay at the door.
Good on you.
You'll really be our favorite people.
You see, I was just. You see, you've just wrecked my buzz. I was going to say that. Thanks very much. I was just about to say that. I was.
And you weren't going to mention Spotify either, and Matt was going to have to hop in and say that.
I was going to say hit subscribe on YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything, and also on Spotify. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like on this video. If you like what we do, just hit the like. It helps us. Doesn't cost you anything, but there you go. Anyway, right. So also my thanks to I was going to say my team, but that sounds fucking stupid. We are all the same team. So my thanks are to Matt Boland, Mike Reedy, James Grennan, and to Dara Weston. Gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your evening. We will see you tomorrow night. Take care. Enjoy.
We're teammates. You're not the coach, and we're the players. We're teammates.
No, I'm not anything. I just happen to do this. So shut up. I'm not anything. So
I know, but you should say teammates rather than team. Your team sounds like your staff.
Yeah, teammates. Right.
I have a team of people who do that for me.
He's the guy.
Yeah, Grant. Okay, fuck off. I don't get. You know what I mean?
Good night, lad.
Good luck. Go on. Good luck. Fuck off. Shut up.